All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rachah Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well, and also honor and salutations to those of you who are of the hopeful elect and are out there teaching the word of sincerity and truth. All right, so I wanted to share a thought that I've been having for the last couple of weeks, actually, maybe even longer than that, about how it's getting it's going to get more difficult to maintain yourself in this truth, okay? And I've been having this thought, right? And when I had the opportunity to go to the main camp in New York, and I spoke to one of the brothers there, and without even bringing it up, the man had the same thought as me, which confirmed it for me in the spirit that we've spent a lot of time in the truth, and it's been I mean, on the grand scheme of things, I don't want to be offensive, but it's been relatively easy to do. We haven't really had any persecution from Esau yet. I mean, we're starting to see it now, but for the most part, it's been pretty easy to be in the truth. We can just go out, set up camp, speak for a couple of hours. We can go home and log into the computer and do a sit-down lesson. There's really no trouble when you think of the apostles and the things that they had to go through towards the end of their lives, like going to jail and being arrested and being beat up, and we haven't seen those things yet. So like I said, it's been pretty easy, but it's going to get harder. And me personally in my life, I'm seeing things that were easy for me to do, just having a little bit of focus on it, are now becoming like extremely difficult, man. It's like, golly, man, it's becoming a lot harder, and it's just the spirit prepping us for what's to come. Like I said this yesterday at camp, that we're not just going to waltz into the kingdom of heaven. We're not just going to waltz into a chariot and into salvation. We're going to have to work for it, right? And I was thinking of the scripture from Paul. He said, when you run a race, run that you may obtain, or in so many words. And you think about that, right? You think of when you're running a race. Let's say you're running a mile, right? You're running 400 meter, I think it is. And you're running this race, and on that last lap, you tired, man. You tired. You ran as hard as you could that whole race, and now you're coming up to that last leg. Even though you're running harder, right? You're trying to run faster so you can finish the race. Your legs are what they say, like spaghetti, right? So you gotta even though you run, it's even harder to run fast because you're in a state of fatigue, right? And it's just that makes the win that much better. That makes the crossing that finish line that much better, right? So I like to, I don't know why I do it, but I think of my life in driving terms a lot, right? I always use like driving analogies when I'm thinking of things. And when I'm on the highway, I like to drive in cruise control, right? It's nice and comfortable. You're not putting any strain on your ankles trying to switch back and forth, adjusting speeds and braking and all of that. So I like to, ride in cruise control. And I get frustrated when I'm behind somebody that's going a little bit slower than me, and I got to kick it out of cruise control and go around them, speed up past them, then get back in the lane I was in, and get back in the, in the cruise control. And I was saying to myself that in this time, in the spirit, we're not going to be able to ride in cruise control. You're going to have to kick that thing out of cruise control and deliberately drive that vehicle, man. You're going to have to actively drive that vehicle, And the things that were easy for you in the spirit to do, you're now going to have to give that much more energy, that much more effort into accomplishing them, man. And it started with, the elder apostle Tahar, letting brothers know to do, 3 videos a week. And it started there. And if you're not feeling in the spirit that things are getting difficult, things are turning up, I would say that you're not in the spirit, man. The Heavenly Father is tightening things up. And when you I've used this analogy before, but let's say you have a basketball tryout, right? I remember basketball tryouts in junior high. There were 2 cuts. So you had, the bulk of the kids that, love basketball, they come out and they try out. And then, from there you get about 20 standouts, right? And then you'll have a second cut from that 20 standout. And now you're expecting more out of these players, man. And the competition is better now. Now every little minute detail of your game is being critiqued, because we come into the final 12 players that are going to be on this team, 12 to 15 players that are going to be on this team. And I would say the same thing in the spirit. The 144,000 is a small number. It's a small number, and we're the Lord is dwindling down the men that have been a part of this thing. And I've seen people that I thought were like heavily in the spirit be cast out by the wayside, man. So imagine how much more difficult it's gonna be now. So it's important to set standards for yourself. Don't allow yourself to just be sitting around being lazy, because that spirit creeps in, man, and it's hard to get rid of. Set standards for yourself, make schedules, make plans, set goals, do all of those things so that you can be active in this truth, man. Read more, learn more. It's time to pump up the volume. Like that old, it was at 90 something, pump up the volume. It's time to do that, man. It's time to turn it up. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. You're going to feel weary at times. You're going to feel like, damn, am I doing enough? You're going to feel all of those things. But pray to the Most High. Pray to the Lord that He keep you and He maintain you in this truth, man. Prayer is going to be extremely important in this time, man. It's going to be extremely important. So that was it, man. That was all. That was the thought I had. I wanted to put that out there and share that. Hopefully it was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and honor and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, I say Shalom.